Alright, so now we're back. And we're creating this armature as we were talking about. So we're making a double-sided figure. We're just going to twist from the top.
Lucky.
Not from the bottom. I'm twisting from the top, not the bottom. Pretty good. It doesn't have to be consistent, but it does need to be strong. Because the tighter that we make this, okay, this is gonna be better. It doesn't need to be perfect. So I'm going to really use the twisty tool to twist it. And that's our objective foot right here. Use the top of this pen to press this down. Hello, hi. Hope you can hear me just fine. Trinity Twee. I'm making armatures. Okay, so I've successfully moved this from here to here. Okay, you can see that. This part is, my space a little bit smaller for a second. Can I do that? We can. So we have this like kind of foot that we created here. And then we have this whole part. So, what are the designs for this? What's the thing that we're actually creating? So all of this is based on a story that I'm working on. I've been working on the story for a few months now. Through my sketchbook to show.
It doesn't take much to poison things, particularly a soul pain.
Other sketchbook. To show what those drawings look like. So this is a story that we're illustrating, right? So we really wanna focus on the armature of this guy, right? So that's what we're creating. Can I show some more of these? Use with some more illustrations of the story. Can't show too much right now, but this character here is the basic armature foundation that we're making. Okay, good. Can I show some more drawings about this? Let's see. Okay, great. Great to know that you can hear me. Trinity, welcome. I'll introduce myself. My name is SolAR. Real name Nefertiti. My artist name is SolAR. I am an animator, illustrator, storyteller, and educator. And today I'm working on an armature for a new animated short called Star. And right now I'm going to be showing some of the illustrations of the story. Okay, here's a good one. So this is an illustrated like character sketch of the character, of the main character. Can't show too much because some things are like in production and require a lot of like, you know, just like work before they're out there. But this is a great picture, right? This is really helpful. Yeah. So this is a scene from the short, and this is the character, right? So that this is the armature that we're making for this piece. Okay. So the armature needs to be pretty flexible. We're making this kind of star character in this way. Can we draw it here? So it needs to be pretty flexible. So we're using this very flexible wire, and this is just a test. This is a test wire. I know that this wire isn't thick enough, and that's okay. The goal is to just start and to begin to put the bones together as a first draft of the puppet, and then afterwards we'll have a lot more idea of where we want to go with the piece. So that's the first part of the body we have. Now for the second part. Okay, I've got a comment here. Are you working on the star story? Yes, I am. I'm working on the star story. Yes. Feel free to tell me a little bit about yourself, Trinity. Oh, I see. I see. Trinity! Is this, Trinity, what's the other part of your name? I'm running a blank. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Trinity, if you want to. Yes, working on the star story, I'm making an armature. So, here's one of the felt armatures. No, it's like a felt puppet. There's no, anything on this. This is just like a mock-up sketch, a mock-up. And then I have like some other figures that I've done in the past. So here's one. Is this guy? It's kind of hard to see, but can I move the camera? Not really. I'm gonna lean him back a little bit. But this is one of the characters that I made for another story, The Electric Forest. And yeah, so we've got this guy. So this is. Does this have any armature in it? Yes, it does have armature actually. So this is an armature with a plasticine clay. I made this years ago, and this is a foundation for a character design that I made for another story called The Electric Forest, which is not in production right now, but in a little bit it probably will be. It didn't take me too long to make this, maybe about 3 days or so. A little bit of work, so you can see like there's not too much detail, but the detail that is there is really particular to the figure itself, right? So that's always the goal in making armatures. And these armatures are not puppets per se. I didn't use the word puppet. They are specifically made to for the animators. So when I'm animating, I have a reference on how the characters should look in three-dimensional form. Here's another puppet character armature for a character that I made called Aya from the Light and Sound stories. You can find that on YouTube. This character actually wasn't introduced in the first Light and Sound film, but will be later on. Okay? So this character also is a little bit more bare bones, so you can see some of the wire, which is an appropriate gauge. It's a lot thicker than the gauge that I'm using currently. So this is a final draft gauge. And then again, I'm using plasticine clay over that wire gauge to create a three-dimensional figure, right? right? Yeah. Any questions? We're doing pretty well. So we're doing this test for STAR. And we have the drawings, and then we have this figurine here. So we have an idea of what we want. The goal is to make a three-dimensional star. So we're making a mock-up of that. So I have the first part of the body, which you can see I've drawn here. And then we're going to make the next part of the body. So I'm using this thin gauge, excuse me, just now. And we're basically going to double it in size. So that way we have two ends to twist. And I'm just like kind of eyeballing it. I'm not thinking too hard about it. I am kind of just going off of the drawing that I have here. So I'm taking these parts and I'm just twisting from the bottom. Let me know if there's any questions, guys. Or if there's anything particular that you want to see in the process. Okay, so the wire is going everywhere, but I'm twisting from the top. And I'm making the start of this gauge. Woo! Okay. Making the top of this gauge. So I can basically push this. I'm gonna change up this music because this is great, but it's great, but it makes me stop. Let's listen to this. This is a nice soundtrack I've been listening to from last night. Okay. So you see I'm twisting from the top. And then once I get to the bottom, I'm going to make the foot just the same. So I'm basically just going to make the foot by twisting and crinkling. Maybe I can take a little bit more. So this is why we want to do a test, because we're testing out the sturdiness of the armature. I already know that I need a larger gauge. That's okay. I think I should take the armature that I made with me. Yeah. These arms may be long, bro. So next time we know, I'll do it like that. So you just have to be careful and watch those edges. That's working very, very well. Oh my god, this is so rough. Okay. Now we have the arm. Yay. Alright, so now we're gonna twist this arm around this arm. It's good to make it a little bit thin. And maybe we want to make the arms a little bit shorter next time. So now we know. So this is like all the stuff we want to think of. Breathe in myself. My name is SolAR. I'm an illustrator and artist and educator. It's gonna be hard, bro. Oh my god. I'm trying to scrunch these things together. It's not easy. So you really have to use the density of a wire. We just have to really wrap it. Because where I wrapped it is not close enough. All right. I'm wrangling this thing right now. Wrangling. And in fact, I think I can wrap it some more.